Guys, this is May 20th. We're still snowing. It's been pretty warm, but we're about to do this Subaru Sambar mini truck walk around. We've got the KS4. I think this is a 95 model. We'll double check. And we'll look for some defects and try to show the potential customer. The dude's wanting to run this for a vineyard. Says he's got 5 acres. So it'd be pretty cool. Fill the back up with, you know, the little grapes and drive around on your own supply. So it looks like it's that battery cover. They should have like a metal cover there. That one's missing. And then looks like a dent right here, kind of crunched in. Here the bed's just dirty. This is like this sitting under this tree. But we'll start it up, move it a little bit. Let me open this bad boy. This one actually has a reverse beeper installed. So to get that to work, you just do that. I disconnect them so they don't drive everybody crazy. We did a new oil filter, oil change, the spark plugs. You can see the condition of this one's pretty low miles, but like that starter looks brand new. So let's see. There's a little bit of a dent, or a big dent right there. A couple dents here. I thought there was another scrape. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to see, but like there's a big paint scrape right there. We'll let me move it forward here. It's about 30 degrees. Should be good for a cold start. I did start this one yesterday, so a lot of these carbureted ones, the more you run them, the easier they are. We've got lights. This is kind of what you want. Start it. There we go. And then I'm not gonna tap the throttle. We're just gonna start it. Every now and then, like some of them, you know, you have to pump the throttle twice, or I've seen before they'll start and then after like 5 seconds they'll want to die. Sometimes you gotta pump the throttle, but like I said, having started yesterday, should do fine. And a little, this one has got the panel here ripped. And interior, we got some maintenance stuff, original owners, logs. I'm gonna pull forward. It's just in 2-wheel drive mode now. What ends up happening a lot, even with these big tires, the gravel, it'll slip. So to put it in 4-wheel drive, we just push that button. We'll get a green indication. Sometimes you'll get a clunking, like if we go put it in gear now and it's not in 4-wheel drive, it'll sometimes clunk going in and out. Once it's in, you can just drive around like that. But yeah, and then just to disengage, you just press it again and then the light goes out. So I'm gonna leave it on here and we'll get out and we can see it a little better and hear the engine a little better. I'm gonna zoom out to this other mode. Camera's getting wet here. It's got some remnants of rust here. Look like some crust right there. Let me zoom in. So yeah, this was the one. I think it had low miles, but kind of worn. So the other one we had, what in the? So pretty low miles. The other one we had had about 80,000 miles and was cleaner than this one, kind of body wise, but mechanically wise, this one in good shape. We got the lights there. This one's got the brand new tires, and these are directional tires, so they really are best when you're going forward, but they're gonna clear the most amount of mud and stuff. So like if they just had equal tread spacing, you could get it jammed up with mud, but this, as you rotate the tire, it's gonna fling the mud out. So there's the rear brake lights. And then this has got the rear bed work light. And how do we have to have the parking brake on for that to work. So I see some paint defects. Looks like it's been touched up here. Like I can see the knob has got overspray. This piece on the roof is missing. It's supposed to have 2 of those little ears on the headache rack. So I'm not sure if someone strapped on something and then it fell off. There's a little bit of a pain. Let me pull these bedsides down. This one's pretty good because it's got the chains, so not all of them have the chains. The chains give you the ability to do like this. So you could always fabricate chains, but a lot of them come with either without that bracket, like no chains, and then missing the bracket, so you'll just see holes in the side, and then you gotta rig something up. But this is how, the cool thing, you could just run with one side. And then to get the bedside to go down, just undo the chain, fold it down, and then you could ride around like that. I think the other issue with these huge tires, yeah, you can see it rubs right there. So you would need to push this spacer out here, maybe put a bigger piece of rubber. Let me see. You gotta undo this one here. It's like turning into a blizzard over here. Getting a lot of snow. And then the idle will come down a bit once it fully warms up, but pretty functional. I'm not sure where you store these when you're not, driving. You'd have to figure that out, or maybe you don't really, you don't want to drive with the bedsides because they're rubbing here, so just use it for loading and unloading. We'll bring them back up. You can actually remove the bed sides, just undo this bolt, and then these just slide forward and back. You can kind of see I can actually push it left and right. So we'll close that up. And then make sure the chains get in the bed up. It's a lot of times they'll kind of want to get up in here, and then you're slamming them and you're slamming them, and you can damage the chains and damage the bed. Probably better when you have them, just keep them attached. The other thing, so like this one has this little rubber piece, and they're supposed to, oh my gosh, it's so not rubber, it's like plastic. But you could put a hose thing there, or I've put like a bike tube, and that way it doesn't clank around so much if you're, the noisiness. So this is totally normal when that idle comes down. That's what we want. I put those center caps. It's got like a scuff here. Let's see what else is cracking on the inside. This is where the radiator is. So this is pretty clean, because I've seen a lot where like this piece is missing, or this is like totally yellowed and kind of crusty. So we check the radiator overflow, and then we put juice in the windshield wiper fluid, but that's where it would be. On the vans, this is where the battery goes. So I was always wondering, like, oh, it looks like such a battery spot, but it is on the vans because they have the body in the back where the regular battery is. And to pop this on, it just goes in these tabs, and then this little cam lever, and then these just clip back on. So this one's got the gas pull lever, so you can see it's got a cable. The older style, you had to use a key. This is definitely better. Was this the one? Yeah, I don't think this actually is grabbing, so I'm not quite sure. I tried to fiddle with it. I'll fiddle with it more, but I think the latch mechanism, I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to be, or if something's missing here. Maybe down in the comments you can look. But like whatever it is not grabbing the thing to stay closed. So not 100% sure. little fuel as you put in these. You know, you could kind of rig it up or something. Okay. Got the side view mirrors. I got them tucked back now for traveling. We're getting kind of icy. We put brand new wiper blades on this one. We'll go check it out on the inside. Alright. So wipers are here, pretty worn as far as the indications. It should have like, let me zoom in. Oh, the camera's all wet. Let me hold up. Yeah, so pretty worn. But I think you just see something like this going down. So that's how the wipers work. Zoom out. And then you just pull that back out. We got some hazard lights. You got blinkers on the right side. And then we got a vent blower. Gonna put the heat on. Let's see, make sure that works. And the reverse is down and to the right, so it does have a little, you know, markings there, but we're on 4-wheel drive. Starting to fog up a little, so I'm going full defrost mode here. Looks like the defrost is working. You can kind of see it take a little bit of time, but I just put the thing on. And the engine's still pretty cold, so it needs to warm up. Once you get, you know, the water temperature up, that's what it has, a heater core. So we'll get out, we'll rev it up a little. Let me turn the wipers off. And we'll just keep filming. But yeah, listen how quiet they are. That's one of the big selling points. You know, it's not like a lot of those side-by-sides. Pretty noisy. Oh, I still got my little work light on. Was I driving with the parking light? Okay. So let's do some rev. Sounds real good, this one. But that's what you get. Subaru Sambar KS4. I'm gonna shut it down. You got some extras in here. The floor jack, a little Subaru work kit, the lug wrench, and usually they got screwdrivers and stuff in there. The brake fluid reservoir is inside of there. But overall, you know, should be a good work truck. This is what I put on there. I don't know if you saw that other video, but we got a 2-inch receiver thing. This is one of your tow points, so if you had to pull somebody out, you could hook something up there to the frame. So that's Subaru Sambar KS4. Hopefully this helps. Snowy Colorado in May. And we'll be back. Hit that like or subscribe. We got some other mini truck content, always mini truck, everything mini truck. All right, take it easy.